Hello, students, you all are doing well? Very good. So, let us study. Let us get ready for the new topic today. I'm Yogita. Welcome you to the learning session. Today, our topic is vascular dementia. As you all know, our subject is yes, very good, psychiatric nursing. So, let us study today what is vascular dementia. Now, the vascular dementia is also known as multi infract dementia. Okay. The vascular dementia is characterized by irreversible alteration in the brain function. It because of damage to the brain tissues. It may be because of any blood clot, yeah, any like small blood vessels blockage in the brain. Okay, now because of this blockage, because of this damage, there will be a problem. There will be a impairment in the brain function. Now that is what called vascular dementia. Now, why this vascular dementia occurs? Etiology. Definitely, as how I said in the definition, it may be because of any blockage, any clot, any cerebral emboli, any blockage in that vessels. Okay, because of that, dementia can occur. And apart from that, some contributing factors like advanced age. A person is like elderly in age, after 60, 65, 80 years, we can see this condition. Any brain injury, any fall, or else person is having like hypertension, increased blood pressure, increased cholesterol level, any cardiac complaints. Because of that also there is a chance person may develop the condition called vascular dementia. Even diabetic mellitus also will be a contributing factor. Now, what's the clinical feature of a patient with the vascular dementia? Confusion. We can see these people will be, this patient will be confused state. Wandering. Wandering is nothing but they get lost in the familiar place. Like in the known place, they're not able to find. Maybe in the neighborhood locality, they're not able to find their house, or else in the room, in the house itself, they are not able to find the toilet. Maybe they're searching where is the toilet. They'll enter each room in the house to find the toilet. See, this is what called wandering. And slurred speech, we are not easily understand what they're talking. Confusion, dizziness, depression, decreased interest in their personal activity, personal hygiene, poor performance at work, no good communication, as well as they're not able to follow the instruction. They're not able to understand what you're telling. They're not able to follow the instruction. Definitely there will be an incontinence of bowel and bladder. So we can see all these clinical feature in a patient with vascular dementia. How we can diagnose? Definitely with the detailed history collection, we can collect the history of his age, any history of cardiac disease, hypertension, blood pressure, cholesterol level, any history of fall, any surgery, something, everything ruled. We can rule out the history of physical exam, like history collection. Also, we can do the detailed physical examination of a patient, and mental status examination also will help us to detect the confusion, disorientation. Patient is not like able to give the proper judgment, no good communication. We can assess all these things. Definitely CT scan, MRI, X-ray, all these things will help us so that we can notice any clot, any block, any obstruction in the vessels. All this can be identified in the X-rays. So this is the way we can diagnose the condition. Definitely with the ICD-10 criteria also we can go with the conditions. We can diagnose vascular dementia. Now, how we can manage? Immediately, like physical condition can be treated. We can go for the surgery. Like we can do a surgical procedure, carotid endarterectomy. Carotid endarterectomy. Here, it's a surgical procedure. Opening may be done to remove the plaques, accumulation of that protein particle, block. To remove that blockage in that vessels, we are doing this surgery. Then we can go with the medication depending on the conditions. If the person is having any depression, we can give little antidepressant. We can choose a aspirin as a drug, and we can give a treatment. Then rest all based on the condition. We can do a certain pharmacological measures to manage the patient. Best is we are giving a proper nursing care to the patient, like assess the condition of a patient, check their vital signs, provide a calm and quiet environment to the patient, provide nutritious food. Because of vitamin deficiency also person may develop dementia, and because of forgetfulness person may not able to eat the food, they may go for severe dehydration. So we have to provide a sufficient amount of oral fluid to the patient, control the bowel and bladder. For that you need to do a toilet training to the patient, control their bowel, like train them, like in morning after having a coffee immediately they have to go for the toilet. So this is the, we'll train them, we'll train their routine activity, routine work from the morning, awakening from the bed, eating bread or doing the reading newspaper, doing anything that has to go in order, so there is no confusion in the work what they are doing. See, this is what how we are training their day-to-day activity. Then we can use a calendar so that they're not confused with the days. The calendar must have a big bold letters so they can see properly, mention the activities. If you want to give an instruction, give a simple instruction with the simple language where they're able to understand. Once you give the instruction, ask them to repeat to confirm whether they understood. As well as we can maintain the identity band in their hand, because if they go out from the house, if they get lost, someone can help them to come back, because they may have a complaint of vandalism. And we can also do good lighting in the house so that there is no confusion when the external stimuli of light is diminished, no accidental fall. Always develop a good rapport with the family members so they're able to identify the family members, they're able to have a good quality of time in their life. So many things we can do for a patient so that they can have a good peaceful life. So this is what all about vascular dementia. Once you know in detail nursing management of patient with dementia, we can apply the same all the points here, no doubt at all, because patient is experiencing almost same kind of condition. So I hope you understood a very simple topic. You can expect a small question on this. Any doubt, yeah, any questions, please leave in a comment box. I'll try to resolve that. I try to answer to that question so that it will help me also to improve the teaching process. So I'll see you in the next video with a new topic. Until that, take care. Bye.